When you were a child, unfortunately, you lived in a circumstance where you were not allowed to be you. You were not allowed to be authentic or to have your own thoughts. You weren't allowed to express yourself freely and in a way that allowed you to feel safe being you. Well, your amazing brain has a built-in surveillance system called the limbic network, and its job is to pull you away from pain and push you towards pleasure. Your limbic network, your built-in alarm system, noticed that being authentic, being the real you, was dangerous. And so, in an effort to keep you safe, your limbic network compartmentalized your authentic self. You had to be something other than your authentic self in order to survive. It was a coping skill. So you began living separated from your authentic self, trying to be whatever your caregiver wanted or needed you to be in order to gain their approval and love, which your authentic self deserved and should have gotten. Your authentic self was not erased. She or he did not disappear. It simply became stuck in a compartmentalized room in your mind, in your limbic network, which we can also call child mind. And because you were too young to understand what was going on, you began thinking that the behaviors, feelings, beliefs, and thoughts that you were having as a result of trying to please others, you thought that this is who you really are. But it's not. Your authentic self has been waiting for you to find him or her and to let them out of the compartmentalized room in their brain. They've been waiting patiently to reconnect with you. And that's what today's guided meditation is designed to help you to begin doing. So let's begin. Make yourself comfortable, sitting or lying down. And please do not listen to this while driving in your car or operating machinery or while doing anything that requires your attention. Your complete attention is needed in order to benefit from this guided meditation. Close your eyes and begin breathing with your diaphragm. You may want to put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. And as you gently inhale, as if you're inhaling flowers, use your mind-body connection to assure that your belly expands comfortably with each inhale. And exhale gently through your mouth as if you're softly blowing out a candle, allowing your exhale to be longer than your inhale. And as you're breathing comfortably, scan your body, starting at the top of your head. Bring your awareness to your face and the muscles in your face, and relax the muscles in your face. Scan your torso, your arms. You may want to just pull your shoulders up and then release, allowing any tension in your neck and shoulders to melt away. Scan your arms all the way down to the tips of your fingers and relax any areas that are tense. Breathing in relaxation and exhaling any stress and tension. And now bring your attention to your legs, your calves, and your feet, relaxing your body as you do. You may want to just wiggle your toes for a moment and continue inhaling peace and exhaling any stress and tension. Now I want you to imagine that you're standing outside. Visualize a warm and comfortable day where you can feel the sun on your skin, the wind playing with your hair, and you can hear the sound of birds flying above. And the scenery is so beautiful. Really use your imagination to create a beautiful scenery. Are you near the ocean? In an exotic botanical garden? In the mountains? This is your scenery. So again, allow your imagination to create a beautiful place for you. And as you're walking in this beautiful place, you notice an interesting looking spiral staircase going down, very deeply down into a place that you're curious about. So you walk over to the staircase. What is the material of this staircase? Is it wood? Metal? What color is it? For some reason, you're drawn to wanting to know where the staircase leads. Something is kind of magnetically pulling you to want to explore what is down below. So there are 10 steps that lead down to the bottom. And as I read out a number, with each number that I call out, imagine yourself taking one step down the staircase. So make sure that you're standing with the staircase right in front of you. 10. With your right foot taking that first step down. 9. With your left foot. 8. Going deeper down this interesting staircase. 7. Taking another step. 6. With your right foot stepping down. 5. You're halfway down, going deeper down. 4. 3. Going down even further. 2. 1. Stepping off the staircase. You notice it's a bit dark down here, and the temperature might be a bit cooler or a bit warmer, but regardless, there has definitely been a change in temperature. It's difficult to see down here because, for some reason, the sunlight is being blocked off a bit, but you are able to see a door in front of you. And behind this door is where your authentic self has been, ever since she or he could not be their real self. They hid here in this place, behind this closed door, because they weren't allowed to come out. There was someone in your life that wasn't safe to be authentic around. And so your authentic self hid here where she or he thought it would be safe. But she or he did not realize how long it would take before you would come. And so they got discouraged and pretended to stop living because she or he was all alone with no one to help for so long. But today that's going to change. So notice the door that's in front of you, this compartmentalized door in the confinement of your mind. What material is it? What color is it? What kind of handle does it have? Walk over and put your hand on the handle. Is it cold or warm? And pull the door open. And as you do, the smell of construction comes out of the room. The smell of dirt, sheetrock, and gravel fill the air. It's dusty and hard to see, but you walk into the room and you notice how dark and disheveled the room is. And right smack in the middle is a pile of rocks, dirt, and gravel. And you realize that your authentic self has buried himself or herself underneath, because she or he gave up thinking that they would ever be allowed to exist and live as their real authentic self. And that was painful. So they pretended to not be alive at all, because it was too painful to be alone and to not be allowed to be real. But you're here now, and you're ready to rescue your authentic self. So begin taking the rocks off the pile one at a time. Using your hands to push the dirt aside, remove the gravel, toss it aside carefully because you don't want to hurt your authentic self. So keep digging. See yourself removing rock after rock, and the pile is getting smaller and smaller. Keep digging. As you continue to rescue your authentic self from this inner prison that she or he was forced to be in for so long. And look, there he or she is, your authentic self. Imagine your small self at the age of 6 or less. Your tiny self is crouched down with their eyes closed. She or he didn't even hear the commotion that was going on because she or he had stopped hoping for someone to come for so long that they weren't even paying attention. Before you startle your inner child, what does he or she look like? If you could describe him or her, how would you describe your inner child? The most authentic piece of you. Allow your present self to reach down and pick up your inner child gently. And there's a chair in the corner of the room. Sit your inner child on your lap and begin rubbing his or her arms, bringing warmth into their small body. Gently rocking your inner child back and forth as you rub their arms gently, and notice that the child's eyes open. So look deeply into the eyes of your inner child. Does he or she look happy to see you? Surprised? Confused? Scared? Lifeless? Regardless, continue to warm your inner child and to rock the child back and forth until they become a bit more awake and aware of you. And now that your inner child is more aware of you, and remember, allow your inner child to feel whatever they are feeling in regards to your presence there. She or he may be happy, but they also may be angry or sad as well. And all emotions are welcome. So tell your inner child that. All emotions are welcome. And now imagine yourself saying the following words to your inner child as you look deeply into his or her eyes, rocking them back and forth gently as you say, "I'm sorry that it's taken me so long to get here. I understand why you came here and why you gave up on trying. You had a hard life. You were treated so unfairly. You weren't allowed to be your beautiful, authentic, genuine self. And I understand how hard that was for you and how painful that was, because I was there. And I remember when you stopped being you because it wasn't safe. And so you came in here and you stepped aside and you let me do whatever I had to do to survive. You let me act in ways that were out of harmony with who we really are because I had to. And you loved me enough to give me that space and to let me find a way to survive. And you were so patient. And I know throughout the years that you tried to reconnect with me at times, but I didn't understand what had happened. I didn't even realize that I was living life separated from you, my truest and most authentic self. And so you kept coming back here, patiently waiting for me to find you, until it took so long that you buried yourself in that room and you wanted to give up. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that it took so long for me to come and find you. But I want you to know that because you allowed me to do what I needed to do in order to survive, that I eventually began to learn about what happened to us. I began to grow in understanding and knowledge. And I'm growing into a resourceful person, and I'm dedicated to making sure that you are able to live as you really are. I know that when you disconnected, you were made to feel as if there was something wrong with you, that you were flawed, not good enough, bad. And that's when you stepped aside. And I tried to find a way to be good enough. I tried to find a way to work harder and harder to feel lovable and valuable, because I thought if I can just find the way, if I can just find the secret formula to make mom or dad love me, then everything would be better. I would be better, and everything would be okay. You didn't want to do that. You simply wanted to be allowed to be you. But I thought I had to be something else. And so you let me try. And I realize now that that wasn't a good strategy. By trying to be better and trying to prove my worth to others, I stayed stuck, repeating the same unhealthy patterns. But I'm letting go of that strategy. And that's why I'm here to tell you what I've learned. You thought that there was something wrong with you. But I'm here to tell you that there is nothing wrong with you. There never was anything wrong with you. You are beautiful and lovable just as you are. You are so worthy of love simply because you exist. And I know you may not believe that at the moment, but I want you to know, I want to tell you that you are so valuable to me. I cherish you, and I adore you just the way you are. So it's time to let go of the belief that there's something wrong with you. Because again, I've learned that there is nothing wrong with you. There never was anything wrong with you. You chose that strategy because of what you lived. But that strategy of thinking that there's something wrong with you and of focusing on fixing yourself so that things would be better, that strategy doesn't work. It's time to let go of that strategy. It doesn't work anyway. Trying to get others to see your value so that you can feel valuable doesn't work. But there is a better way. So I'm here to tell you that that need to feel valuable and worthy and enough is something that I can give you. I want you to know that you're valuable to me. I love you very much, and I'm here for you, and I'm working on creating a safe world where you and I can live authentically, harmoniously, and safely together. And you are safe because I'm here now, and I won't let anyone hurt you. I care about your feelings. I care about what you're passionate about, and I want to help you to make your dreams come true. You don't have to do it alone anymore. I'm here now, and I love you very much. Take a moment to notice the expression on your inner child's face. What is he or she feeling? And remember, all emotions are welcome. So now imagine taking your child by the hand, walking out of that dark room, walking up the spiral staircase together, and recreate the beautiful scenery that you had thought of before. And ask your inner child, what does she or he want to do? Do they want to run, skip, play, swim? Your inner child has not been out of that room in a long time. What does he or she want to do? Allow yourself to give permission to your inner child to enjoy, to be silly, to laugh, and most importantly, to spend time with you. I'm going to be quiet for a moment so that you two can spend some quality time together. And now, pick up your inner child and hold him or her close, and feel the joy and energy that comes with being connected together. Imagine holding your inner child so close that she or he now enters your heart. And their joy and their energy you can feel expanding your heart and flooding your body with positive emotions. Your inner child is home now. You've brought your inner child out of that compartmentalized room, and he or she is home now. But you have to understand that you will notice your inner child now that you're learning how to connect and be aware of him or her. At times, they might feel fear. At times, anger, resentment, lonely. Those are normal emotions that every child can feel for many different reasons. And your inner child will crave someone to help him or her to handle these intense emotions. And it will be your job, the job of your adult mind, to listen to your inner child's feelings, to validate them, to soothe them, and to help them and to provide the child what he or she needs. Your child just needs to know that you love and approve of them unconditionally, that you see their value, and that you will always be there whenever she or he needs you. And it doesn't matter how often they need you. She or he wants to know that you will always be there. So promise your inner child that you will be there for him or her. Take a moment to get regrounded in the here and now. You can stretch if you want to,